Hi, I'm your goddess Nesca, here with Trucker Man. We're reacting to...
Developer cuts ties with quote-unquote problematic VTuber. Over the weekend, apparently the game, Crime Boss, who Kirsche is the only person who promoted that game.
Crime? I've never even heard of it. What is that about?
It's just basically, it looks like a Hitman slash another, like, GTA clone kind of thing.
Okay.
But Kirsche loved this game to a degree I can't even understand. Like, if you watched her for the past year and a half, she promoted this game for free.
Huh.
Then
just like how I promote Cybran Code 27. I want.
Well, then she also
No. Let me sponsor. Free sponsor. Cybran Code 27! Go check him out on Kickstarter! Bring your waifu to life! With awesome AI hologram coolness!
Alright.
Sponsor, not sponsored.
But then she actually got paid to the developer to sponsor the game, and then, I guess for no reason, decided to just cut ties with her altogether this weekend. Because of people quoting stuff.
Quoting stuff
on Twitter.
So today we're going to be talking about the latest cancel culture campaign to be once again targeting the VTuber Kirsche. Now, we talked about her about a year ago because at the time she was supposed to be a featured guest at a convention that me and my wife were also supposed to be featured guests at the time. But she was unfortunately let go from that convention because of her problematic opinions and her wrong think, or whatever you want to label it as. And seeing that, me and my wife looked at that and said, we don't want to be a part of anything like this. So we gave up our spots as featured guests in protest of what happened.
Cool.
Now let's fast forward to the latest life ruination campaign.
Dude, if I ever was big enough to get a guesty doo-doo, I would hope it'd be at an anime convention. Like, ooh, Ecchi Expo. I want to be a guest at Ecchi Expo.
That's why I keep an eye on and see if they do sponsor VTubers.
Ecchi. Can't wait to go and goon off.
Targeting Kirsche, where many individuals are trying to literally ruin her life. They're going after her sponsors and anything she is affiliated with because she is so problematic. Now, one partner that actually let her go, although unofficially, is Crime Boss Rock City. This is a game that Kirsche has been a sort of unofficial ambassador for. She is the largest streamer to play this, arguably, and she has done a lot to promote this game. A lot of their success is in part to Kirsche, but due to these recent complaints, they have dropped her entirely, and look at the results. These are the Steam...
Good! Screw them!
Okay, this is positive, this is negative reviews, going all the way to the day they dropped her.
Yeah, fuck them.
Reviews for this game, they have completely fallen off a cliff, and rightfully so. You reap what you sow when you engage in this nonsense. Now, what's going on here? Well, there's been a long series of articles, viral tweets. It's been going on for about a month now where people...
Okay, do you know about the lady who called a 5-year-old the N-word and got a bunch of money?
Oh, yeah.
That's her. Oh. Okay, the whole story was, this whole point of the article...
There's some bitches that... Oh, I already read that. I'm dumb.
Can we leave a review? I ain't gonna bother with it. I'm just not gonna give them the time of day. But I'm gonna make a point here. This website that wrote a hit piece on Kirsche because she defended the fundraiser for this person because her point is the kid who stabbed the white kid down in Texas, that big fundraiser, is the same site that also raised money for her. And her point was, I don't agree with either one of these, but if one has to stay, then the other one has to stay.
Oh, so basically equality.
Yeah.
In that regard. Because, okay. So what I get is kid stabbed another kid. No reason. That kid who stabbed that kid should be put in prison.
Yeah.
That's generally how that should go. Okay. In this case here, says bad word to kid, but the kid was stealing from her.
It probably was just a kid. They claimed the kid was autistic, and sometimes
then that's kind of.
But at the same time, it was just a kid. She was taking something out of the diaper bag. Kid probably didn't know. Hell, when I was a little kid, I took a book from a school and from a store, and I just didn't know.
So,
but she went off on the kid, and then the man recording her, which no one's talking about. The person that recorded her calling the kid the N-word is a pedophile on trial recording kids around. Yeah, that's the part no one wants to talk about.
Really?
But I also want another point.
What's going on?
This article was written on a sports website.
Sports.
Talking about NBA and NFL, WWE. Why the fuck is a sports website posting an article about Kirsche and this woman?
My brain hurts.
Yeah.
I don't support any of this. No one. She shouldn't get any money. The one kid who stabbed the other kid should not be getting any money. Stop funding bad people. Yeah. It'd be like someone funding fucking Johnny Somali. That's what that is.
Yeah, and I just...
And I think he does have someone who funds him, so...
Yeah, Hank.
I think he also probably has random people who do, too.
Yeah, pay him $5 to go drink out on the street, but yeah.
True.
But no one's... It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Who are trying to label
just leave it
Kirsche
alone, it's all
as
dumb.
a literal white supremacist or a literal Nazi. This is just the most recent article on the situation, saying this from Sportskita. VTuber Kirsche goes viral for seemingly defending Shiloh Hendrix's fundraiser after latter reportedly calls a child the N-word. So in their infinite wisdom, Sportskita makes this wild...
But he doesn't deserve the help. Just like she doesn't deserve the help, and the one kid who stabbed the other kid doesn't deserve the help.
I bet you people are... Look how this posts. You would think, if you knew nothing about Kirsche, that this was Kirsche.
Oh, like a VTuber reveal thing?
I guarantee you, if someone says, type in Kirsche face reveal, this is going to keep popping up.
Accusation, while also providing a time-stamped clip of the stream in question where she supposedly defended someone saying the N-word to a child. Unfortunately for them, in their infinite wisdom, their own clip that they provide debunks everything they're saying. And we'll see it in just a second. But to give context before we watch it, especially for those...
debunking the entire claim in the what?
Clip. It probably didn't scroll up. I can see it over here in the clip.
Okay. Can I make a hot take?
What?
Okay, because I don't know. This is probably going to get me flack with my hot take. Should I hot take?
Why not? We're already talking about it.
Why does the N-word... Like, seriously, the N-word is like the only forbidden word in the English language. It's not even English.
Well, the F word too.
Nuh-uh. You can say fuck.
I'm talking about the other F word we call gay people.
Oh yeah, that started happening.
Yeah, but they're both situations are equally bad, but I would say stabbing a kid in the chest is probably a little bit more worse than calling a kid the N-word.
I don't know.
Out of context, it's kind of funny.
I hate that you can gatekeep words. Because in that case, another N-word that should be banned would be Nazi. Well, it seems kind of like, stop calling people that. That's a very hateful word.
Well, especially when they call everybody Nazi.
Who are not from the United States. Two things are relevant to this clip. There was a situation where a black high school student stabbed a white high school student to death.
True.
There was then a...
Okay, so some people who use it, they use it like a buddy thing and junk, and then the other people who use it as a racial kind of thing and bigotry and all that jazz and stuff too. But just the word out of I don't know. I just hate the idea of gatekeeping words, but... I guess I could understand. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. I understand the whole narrative with the word, but then you got like stuff like books, like Huckleberry Finn, for example, that uses the word in literature,
I also want to make a point on Huckleberry Finn. I don't think that book should ever be censored because.
Say it, but it chose not to say it. Chose not to say it right.
But my view on the Huckleberry Finn is you should read that and feel disgusted because that's how people talked back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. That was like
it's kind of like a view in
historical thing.
It's not right. Thankfully we live in a modern society. You can look at it and go, "That's wrong." Mm-hmm. Tom Sawyer to
kill a mockingbird. Oh yeah. But
I never read
fundraiser for the assailants of that situation, which raised.
Ultimately, a word is a word. It all depends on how you use it. That's my opinion. Like, if I was to just say it right here without any, like, targeting it at anyone, that should be fine, right? I'm not saying it with hate and not saying it with anyone in mind. I'm just saying the word, right?
Yeah, I agree, but I
mean, obviously, I'm not going to because everyone's already on P's and Q's when it comes to that stuff, but that's just my opinion when it comes to that.
Goes against TOS on all 3 platforms.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. A few weeks later, there was this Shiloh Hendricks individual who called a child at a playground the N-word, and then people raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for her after she was doxxed and was trying to relocate her home. Now, in the clip we're going to watch, Kirsche...
Clearly, when this woman was using it, there was in a place of rage, and she was focusing on the child's skin color, I feel, as well as his actions.
Yeah, she's not an angel on this. I'm not going to deny that.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Identifies that these things did in fact happen, and then goes on to say that the latter, the whole N-word controversy, is not good. That's their proof. Let's watch the clip that supposedly shows that she is defending this woman.
How in the name of Baby Moses on Fire did we go from the loving society of the 90s to the fucking mess in 2025? Aww. That's some chutzpah. A lot of people are just like unfollowed. That's an unfollow from me. Bostonian guy said, "Oh no, what am I going to do without followers that think it's okay to call a 5-year-old the N-word?" I don't think most people think it's okay. I think there are a lot of people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like the whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love, like the Carmelo Anthony. There's just a lot of people
Yeah. Like, why does it matter someone's... And then, like, for another example, how people pushed back... who was that one kid who shot someone out of the...
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse. That whole incident.
By the way, he didn't shoot anybody. He shot people of his own race after they swarmed him and tried to beat his ass and take his gun. And no one mentioned the other person had a gun, too.
Mm-hmm. That was out of self-defense. There was lots of evidence around that, and people sat there and bitched about his whole deal, even though I heard that Kyle Rittenhouse became an asshole.
Yeah.
Who cares? But still, defend that. They wanted to off him. Mm-hmm.
Is that word? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a word.
Oh, I already read that.
Okay.
I was talking
tired
about
of the two-tier justice system.
I don't even own words. I don't claim him as my brother. Yeah. Don't lower his bond to 2 years. If we did this in Korea, everything would be fine. But no, America's very lenient.
And they start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. That doesn't make it okay, but it's like... That's just kind of the consequence of where we're at now, unfortunately. And there are some people who are like accelerationists that are like, the pendulum is going to swing back so far it's going to break off. And I hope that's not true.
Some parts are.
I don't want to see that happening. I don't like seeing this kind of like
the judge, yeah,
violence towards other people. Like, not that words are violence, right? But there are people advocating for violence on both sides.
Right.
And I don't like seeing that.
Again, to reiterate, Sports-Kita is accusing Kirsche of seemingly defending...
Again, a sports website.
Which has no business covering a story like this.
I think they look up this writer for this, and this dude has a hate boner for Kirsche for over a year.
God, I feel so horrible for her. It just tells it like it is.
I'll show you after
fundraiser, and the clip.
She went from 75K subscribers to almost 82 today.
Go girl.
What they provide as the supposed proof does the exact opposite. It literally debunks their own claim. She looks at the objective reality that these two fundraisers do exist. They happen. She identifies that, and then later says that given the circumstances and everything going on with the two fundraisers and all of the...
Hold on, I have a hot take.
What?
Instead of funding stupid people, how about we fund the future? Go get yourself Kickstarter. Go get Cybran code 27 now. Go put your money to them. Give your money to something that we need in the future.
Donate it to us.
Now, we need code 72. Cybran! Yes, please! Exactly! You could get yourself a tiny little mini cat girl hologram who can hear and see you. And you can touch her, sort of ish, in a tube. Whatever, it's the future!
Okay. But Sports Kita then says that is proof of her defending the fundraiser. It is incredibly dishonest. Honestly, at this point, they make Kotaku look like they deserve a Pulitzer Prize. This is a garbage headline. It is misleading.
Felipe Valdez short clips subscribed to the channel.
Welcome, thanks for the sub. Go spend your money on a Cybran now. Code 27. Get yourself an anime waifu in a tube.
Author needs to
be 40 on by Angry Grandpa.
And they get copyright claim like we did last time.
And it is inflammatory.
At least I understand that reference now.
As something that she is not. They are putting words in her mouth that she clearly did not make in that clip. And a lot of people would react to this and run with it, and some people would criticize this article, including Asmongold. You can see this video where he reacted to this Sports Kita article.
Yeah, it's her husbando. She always jokes about that.
Asmongold?
She has a weird attraction to Asmongold.
Oh. She said she likes himbos. Is he a himbo?
No, I think the joke is like...
The Roach King.
She likes him because she can understand his depression he went through, because she kind of went through the same depression.
Everyone goes through the same depression. What is the depression?
Have you seen the way Asmongold's house looks? It's almost as bad as your aunt's apartment. He went through a lot of depression. I can't believe a song blamed him for killing his own mother. That shit.
That was disgusting.
Song is a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Say all your hate towards us, Hassan, so we can get more.
Asmund, Baseman. Bro almost died 3 days ago.
Yeah, because he went through his ceiling.
Oh yeah, the falling. That's why when we had that guy come to our our house, we had a guy from like a roofing company or something come to our house and say, hey, you want me to check if you got hail damage and stuff? I was like, oh, it's free, sure. And then he told me that our ceiling was kind of squishy.
Yeah, because it probably needs to be redone. Luckily, I'm working on the insurance to get new roof put on the house.
We need new roofing.
Which reminds me, I need to call that guy tomorrow. Because I gotta. Well, I'll tell him I need to talk to
you gotta set up that appointment for the roofing inspection. Yeah.
Yeah, I already did. I gotta talk to you after stream.
Yeah.
You can see the like-dislike ratio is like 99%. Now, if you went to Twitter, you would think this is a closed, shut case, that she's a white supremacist, that she's this awful, terrible person, because they read a headline from Sports Kita and other viral tweets like that. But they don't question anything that's actually going on here. When you have people like Asmongold actually look at the clip in question that's supposed to defend this claim in the headline, it proves the exact opposite. So this is a very unfortunate situation where people are using articles like this to go after her sponsors and anything she's affiliated with, and unfortunately that leads us to Crime Boss, which again, Kirsche was a sort of unofficial ambassador for. They weren't paying her to promote this game. She was just a very big fan and brought a lot of people to this game, and they owe her a lot. But you know what they did instead? they quietly dropped her. She has reported that they got rid of her. They've cut ties because of seemingly the recent controversies. There's no other reason they would do this now, and you can see the results. People are not happy. A lot of people who came to this game because of Kirsche are very dissatisfied.
This happened the day we were out the races at the track.
Oh, fun.
By leaving negative reviews. That's how they're providing their feedback to the situation, where they're seeing someone who boosted this game get dropped the second there's any heat applied to.
I didn't know she had thingies.
Well, she is a fox, so. I wonder if my V2 mom would have things.
I don't know. You gotta talk
the
to your
situation,
creator.
all the relevant parties. It is a very bad situation. Now, of course, you lose a lot of dedicated fans, but you gain some new ones, don't you? As pointed out here, good job capitulating to people that won't even buy your game, tagging Crime Boss. You can see this whole yap session, blah, 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 blah. This person says, base game devs who stand on business by dropping an openly bigoted white supremacist VTuber from a sponsorship. And they say, oh, we're so interested in this game, guess what?
Gross.
They don't own the game.
Oh, they'll praise the game, but they won't buy said game.
Bitch made days decided to censor those who sponsored Kirsche. That is so gross. She literally did nothing wrong.
And this person is praising the game, but he won't buy it. Oh yeah, by the way, in the game, someone actually did buy the game. One of these libtards that did buy it was complaining about the language in the game, because
oh no,
they replaced the F word, you know, the one you can't, into a G we can't say. They replaced it with candy ass, and they call everybody candy ass in the game. Also, they have Chuck Norris in the game, and Chuck Norris is a known homophobic, or is a known Trump supporter.
Oh. No one wins. No one wins. No one gets what they want,
Fuck's her man.
They're saying all this, but they're not actually supporting the game, because that's what they do. That's what people on Twitter do. They talk about what they support, but they don't actually take any sort of action to do it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the modern audience.
Well, does a joke say on Twitter, you can't follow Chuck Norris, he's always behind you?
Welcome to the modern audience. And developers...
Wouldn't it be he's always ahead of you? Or
maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. There's so many Chuck Norris jokes and junk out there. How old is Chuck Norris?
80-something. He's in his 80s and still looks pretty good for someone in his 80s.
Also, does he do the liver king?
I don't know. Well, you do know this, that...
Damn.
Nothing had killed Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris went out and found nothing and killed it.
Death can't come for Chuck Norris?
Death runs away from Chuck Norris.
Watching this or hearing this, this is what you get. When you virtue signal, when you take sides in this cancel culture nonsense, this is what you get. You lose real support, but you gain virtue signaling like this. People who will not buy your game, they won't play your game, they'll talk about your game because it serves their agenda. Yeah, hello, local bank, I'd like to make a deposit. Well, not money in the traditional sense, but more of support via a Steam post. That's what you're getting.
Yes. You get all the support you want with no money. Support is a legal tender now.
Yep, you can goon with support. By the way, just a weird question. Do you like Chuck Norris more for Texas Ranger? Like,
I only know him for memes.
You don't know it? You never watched
Nope.
You never seen the Texas Ranger back then? From Texas?
Nope. I told you.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
No! Shush up!
That's where I know him from.
You know the only thing I know in my life?
What?
Is anime! If it's not anime, I don't give a damn!
What about King of the Hill? That's Texas
cartoon. I watch cartoon. Okay, I know a little bit about some sitcoms, some cartoons, but that was because it was family bonding time.
Alright.
With this sort of stuff. When you make claims and take a stand like this, this is what...
Leave me alone. I'm fine with my rock. I lived under a rock all through the 90s. I lived under a rock all through the 2000s. I'm still currently living under a rock. Only this one tells me stuff.
I need you to go outside and walk, and you get sunburned.
Exactly, you ruined my face.
I ruined my face.
You get as a developer. But of course, a lot of people were talking about this. This is the post up here by the game. And I replied saying it's pathetic, and this is my first and final impression of your game. Because this is what you're doing. This is the first impression for me and a lot of people, and I think that's a fair thing to say. This was a very bad look for them. But you got pushback coming from many people. Like this person saying, Rev, do you ever reread your own posts and wonder what you're doing with your life, arguing with a random intern over a decision made by higher ups at a company that will never see your comments is kind of sad. So let me begin with this last part that is an objective lie. Kirsche would actually comment on this and say that the people at this company do read the comments on their account and they are seeing stuff like this.
Rev, do you ever reread your own posts and wonder what you're doing with your life? Arguing with a random intern over a decision made by higher ups at a company that will never see your comments is kind of sad. That guy's actually wrong. And because I was partnered with the company, I know that that guy is wrong. I know that they monitor their Twitter. I am aware of this. Yeah, the fucking question marks, dude. True.
So now that we have clarified that the higher ups are in fact reading these comments, this user provides an explanation of their qualifier here, where they say, because I'm a grown married man with a successful channel, a lot of fans, it's beneath me to talk about this stuff. And it's kind of sad that I would have an opinion on this. I think it's incredibly disingenuous to say I'm not allowed to talk about something that I care about, something that's relevant to my interests, because I'm married and I have a successful YouTube channel. That's ridiculous. It's a qualifier that these people are putting on.
So we qualify because I'm married and we don't have successful. We have partially successful.
Zabada?
I don't know what this person's
So
going
they will
on
try to
about.
silence you. They will never hold other people they agree with to this same standard they're trying to apply to people they disagree with. And I also see tons of comments saying, oh, I thought people like Rev and Kirsche hated cancel culture, and here they are engaging in cancel culture. Well, what else would you do in this situation? So they put this qualifier on it. You can't even speak unless you have certain qualifications, like you can't be married, you can't have a successful YouTube channel, you can't talk about it. And also you can't leave negative reviews because that's cancel culture. What are you supposed to do to show your dissatisfaction with this situation? I'm genuinely asking, because at this point, they won't allow you to do anything. And instead, they accuse you of engaging in cancel culture, which all these people saying this, they are proponents of cancel culture. They are accusing you of the same thing that they...
How about suck it and take a comment with you?
How about the best thing? Just don't...
I don't remember if Rev shows the guy that started this.
I think he might, but I can't remember. I gotta see the other video.
Gabaga.
By the way, Tectone was reacting to Rev.
They do them.
And all of his chat's like, wait a minute, Rev's a man? Wait a minute, Rev has a wife?
Okay, so he's VTubing Lolly. Clearly, from his voice, he is a man. But I think what surprised them is the fact that he has a wife.
Yeah.
A real one. They were probably thinking he was the gay, maybe.
Probably.
Themselves. This is reaping what you've sown. This is the consequences of your actions when you take a content creator who has supported your game more than anyone else and you dump them over clickbait shit articles and viral tweets made by terminally online losers. That's what you get. This is the reception you will receive. You will lose support. That is not cancel culture. That is what happens in this situation. They literally created this negative feedback loop for themselves. They put themselves in this situation, and now this game is paying the price for it. Who
were they even pandering to when they started bashing Kirsche anyway?
I don't know. I think they thought, well, if we drop Kirsche, we can pander to people who don't play games to begin with.
This feels like the whole Bud Light situation.
It is, except this game doesn't have the money to hold out.
Yep. Oh, you don't want to know.
This is another reminder that you cannot win with a lot of these people who are trying to go against the grain here, people trying to argue with you over this stuff. They are incredibly dishonest. No matter how much patience you have for them, no matter how much grace you give them, no matter how much you try to see eye to eye, you try to compromise or negotiate on things, they will never do the same for you. Understand that. You are wasting your time if you're trying to have an honest conversation with proponents like this. Okay? They will never give you any benefit of the doubt whatsoever. That is important to understand in these situations. But of course, there is an appropriate response. Two things, really. To ignore it, to laugh at it, or just move on. Or do all three. And that's exactly what Kirsche has been doing. She...
Tell me that you hate me and I tell you that I fucking love it. Tell me you save me and I tell you that you're saving nothing. Tell me about your demons and I tell you that God doesn't. I'll take it with me on my path to self-destruction. We go 24/7 till we're 6 feet deep. Head in the clouds cause our heart's concrete.
Don't take your own business a factory. This is the day that she got canceled from this game dev. Mm-hmm. She was number 2 in the U.S. in super chats that day. In terms of money she made. She made over $3,000.
Damn, girl.
Moved on. And look at her stream yesterday. She was streaming as all of this unfolded.
How'd she not have a bow?
And she made roughly $3,000 in super chat revenue in a single stream. That put her in the top 10 of all super chat earners in the world yesterday. The world. Not among VTubers, not among American.
But she should have all of the pics of the litter with her mun-muns. Of course, then she's
trying to save her money to move back to New England. One of the most expensive parts to live in outside California.
Mm-hmm. Of course, then maybe she'd just be a sugar mama. So I guess you'd have to be careful there.
Yeah.
They only want her for her mun-muns.
That's how much things have backfired for the people in this cancellation campaign. She's going to do just fine. And the problem is the people who are trying so hard to cancel her, they just keep boosting her. They just keep making people even more loyal to her because they don't understand how any of this works. So recently I've been talking about iDubbbz a lot, and as you know, he discovered empathy at the ripe age of...
I mean, at some point, you need to not be too picky. Because how old is Kirsche?
I think she's our age, maybe a little bit younger, but not by much. But if you ever listen to her backstory, she's had like shit relationships too.
So it's not that she hasn't tried; it's just she attracts the worst kind of potato.
I feel bad for her, and she hasn't given up on finding someone. Mid-20s. I thought she was in her 30s.
Shh! You're outing us for being old potatoes. Of course, I said 90s. Why is the 90s old? I hate this. It makes me think of back when I was in the 90s when I'm like, oh, 80s is so old. Oh,
I had a thought that made me feel sad. I saw a car pass me today, said great class of 2025, and I had a thought. That kid was a kindergartner when I graduated high school. Just think about that. My nephew Roman, he was born the year I graduated, and he's almost a senior in high school. Just dust in the wind.
Dying. I'm so fucking old.
We're not old.
We're old. Fucking Final Fantasy X says we're old. And Orin is fucking 35, but they call him old man. No,
I miss the early 2000s. I do too. I miss the mid 2000s. If one of my wish.
You know what? No, fuck it. I don't miss it because that means I'd have to go back to school. School was the worst time of my whole period of existence.
You know what I miss? No, I want my wish. I wish I could be an adult, like in the mid 20s, during the time we were in high school. So we were adults. We'd be out. It's just a weird wish. Moving on.
32. And I think talking about him has kind of rubbed off on me. Like, I think I discovered empathy too. He's at like a 25% on the empathy meter. I'm at like a 10, maybe 12% on my empathy meter. So I can understand some perspective on where these people are coming from in terms of the people trying to cancel Kirsche, who are spending their entire day trying to ruin her life. I can walk a mile in their shoes. And I can also say, from dealing with people like this myself, I can confidently say The people who are at the helm of this, the people trying the hardest, they have absolutely nothing going on in their lives. How could they? When they wake up every day and spend 12 to 14 hours seething about a content creator they don't like. And in trying...
I don't get that mentality. I mean, I got a lot of nothing going on in my life, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna waste my time hating on someone. If anything, I'm gonna waste my time gooning on someone that doesn't exist.
Stop gooning over there.
Sephiroth.
But yeah, I have a job. I just got off of work working 12 hours today.
Make goon, not hate.
I don't get I don't have the time of day to even hate something. Let alone if I don't like something, I'm not gonna like. I hate a song. I don't want to be around that.
Personally, I hate nothing. I just think it's all stupid and pointless.
Actually, I feel like I'm Thorfinn. I have no enemies.
You're Thorfinn. You have no enemies. Yes.
That is the best quote I've ever.
That is. God, Vinland Saga is so good. Where's third season?
That and you bruise me nothing. I see what you cheer for.
The people that are hating on her are social stalkers for real. They stalk all her media all the time. Dude, I can't even handle getting online, okay? Like, people invite me to a Discord, and then there's X, Twitter, whatever. I can't use that shit. It's too much. Hell, I don't even use Facebook because it's too much. I just get so bored, annoyed. Not something I really want to be doing. Yeah.
Trying to get their sponsors to leave them, trying to get them deplatformed, all these things. They spend relentless amounts of time. They relentlessly tweet about people like Kirsche day and night. Kirsche is literally the rising sun and the setting sun of their lives. They have absolutely nothing else to do without her and their hatred of her. So I think it's understandable when they see tweets like this that they're very upset. They're genuinely upset because they have dedicated their lives to try and ruin people like Kirsche. And not only are they not having a significant impact, it's just making people support her even more. They are serving as free advertisement for people who are neutral in the situation. They're exposing more eyeballs to her content, and also it's making her fans rally behind her stronger than ever. Of course, the people trying to engage in the life ruination of Kirsche would be seething over posts like this. I think that's pretty obvious, and it's just a reminder of who you're dealing with. Now, there's another element here where for weeks, way before even the Sports Kita article, people are trying to go after one of her sponsors, and that is Gamer Subs. So they're trying to get her removed, and we've seen many very bold content creators virtue signal in the situation. You have another VTuber parting ways with Gamer Subs because they're affiliated.
This guy here, this is the guy that
with a person.
I can move my house. This guy here dropped his Gamer Subs sponsorship with them. Because he wouldn't mention Kirsche, but we all know it's because of Kirsche.
He's hate obsessed with her.
The day she was number 2 in the U.S., he made a whopping $20.
Okay.
The day he streamed the same day Kirsche did, and he made a whopping $20 that day.
Oh, like us?
Yeah. Except we're not hating.
No, that was the other guy.
Was that the other guy, or am I confused?
I
can't keep track of haters anymore.
Who's
expressed openly
bigoted views without facing consequences. Oh boy, I wonder what this anti-bigot thinks about white people.
Johnny VTuber. Johnny Smart should be a VTuber.
Are we even surprised?
You can't even
get your motherfucking face off of my motherfucking.
He should be a femboy VTuber. He would work it out. It'd be so funny.
I forgot that person VTube name.
I can't believe you can't be racist towards white people because.
Stop that! You can be racist towards anything.
Virtue signaling. It's a bunch of empty promises and slop. That's all it is.
Yep.
These people want to say that they're anti-bigots and they act like the biggest.
I hate that. I hate that term. You can't. Wait. Caucasian or British or anything you want to call it. Let's see. British, Scottish, Irish,
I could probably pass for Mexican.
German.
How tan I am right now.
I'm an American mutt of a mix of a bunch of stuff. I'm a race. My skin is like an almond, kind of burnt color.
I'm burnt too.
Why
are you guys getting ads and the ads are getting...
Why are you guys getting ads and are you getting paid by the ads?
Oh, whopping, what, a few cents every time we see them.
Yeah, we're monetized by YouTube, so yeah.
But you never thought that would happen.
Yeah, watch it hurt us more than anything.
We're getting close on Twitch.
You think?
Yep.
Damn it, I was doing a rant and you ruined it!
Now I saw this, another person here going after...
Yes!
What was your rant?
I wanted to say that I'm a race. You can be racist too.
You're racist towards potatoes?
I have feelings too, you know. It's not just about black people or other races. White people have a race too, you know. And I don't even know.
You're a VTuber. They're racist towards anime women.
I'm talking about real people. Yeah. Don't be racist towards my tits.
Which now apparently you're a lolly just because you're an anime.
What?
That's the new argument I've seen.
I got titties.
Some people are that retarded. Nice. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you. You lost your mind.
Yes, because you threw me into a tantrum.
Kirsche tagging her on Twitter and making this jump scare of a video. I apologize in advance,
God,
but let's give this a listen.
Other people are gonna use a bunch of big words and all that. I'm not too good at those essays. I'll say this. Okay. I'm so happy I'm me.
Okay.
Look at the 1,000-yard stare this person has.
He's so happy he's him.
So happy I'm me. I'm more talented than
them.
you. I'm funnier. I look better. I have more of a future.
What? Not in Texas. You're an
Bring a...
Texas is my home. No, don't make me outcasted in my home.
You know, you haven't lived there in years.
Shut up. It's my birthplace.
You don't give
Guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Always some dirty, disgusting, smelly, just lame, loser-ass bitch. You gotta come in and fuck the sandbox up for the rest of us. What?
I'm scared.
Bitch, get you. You know how happy I am to not be you? Like, I'm not even gonna tell you to, I would not tell you to kill yourself. Like, I want you to live to see how lame you become. What?
You're just jealous that she would never date you in 1,000 years.
That and you have... You
probably haven't had a pussy either at all or in years.
Also, you need to do something about your hairline. It is going way back, girl.
Wait, that's a girl?
They, them, I don't know. I'm just going out on the limb. He has a punchable face.
Hey!
He's got 1,000... No, you don't want a punchable face. There's a nose ring right there. That could hurt you.
Use brass knuckles.
I can't lay an aircraft carrier on that foot.
Yeah, you gotta get the fuck out of gamer stuff, though.
Kirsche is eating
someone
better
gotta do
than
something
him.
about that.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm doing what I'm doing. All this dope shit.
That's
in the same company that this bitch is
Serious?
in. Yeah, alright.
I kid you not, I spent...
Is it that he wants to be a girl? Hello. Is it that he wants to be a girl? Is that what that is? Because I'm pretty sure I saw an Adam's apple. And he sounds
a full
pretty
minute
dude.
scrolling through this guy's media tab to understand the crazy shit he be doing. And I didn't find anything. I don't even know what this guy does. I don't know if he's even a content creator. I'm just genuinely confused. All I know is that he should probably not read the comment section because he's getting absolutely roasted. This guy thinks he's like
8 Mile was a...
The only attention thing is getting is a hip tip.
You want to read this comment here up here?
Hip. I can't tell what words. God, I'm retarded. 8 miles of forehead and not a coherent thought in any of it. Good luck with that.
8 miles of forehead.
the authority on who can work with gamer subs. It's kind of crazy. And also we have this relevant clip here.
Ain't no way, dude. Like, fucking...
You got Vegeta hair.
Oh, good. As long as I still got that. Going for me. As long as I got the wheel speed going, I'm good.
I don't want to bend the knee to scum fucks. I don't want to give an inch to people who get gratification off of grandstanding and being moral busybodies. Fuck you. Fuck you. Some kind of weirdo drinking out of cups.
Amazing.
Ain't no way.
But yeah, that is pretty much the situation involving Kirsche. I'll put a link to her Twitter account. You can go check out her other socials.
But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Well, thank you for joining us for this video. I wish Kirsche the best and she don't need it.